All right, so it's been a while. I posted my video with Ziggyno, and this is a clip from that. And I'll be posting clips for the next few days. And then I have a special treat with reserve investments that I'll be posting the clips and then eventually the full video. So enjoy.
The other thing that's coming to my mind, like comes to mind, is apparently PSA collectors back. Like after a
Oh
year,
yeah,
I was very
The-
surprised.
I am too, man. And I have not heard the story on that because we know that he left the name because he was forced out of it. Like he was told he couldn't use it, which means he had to have either gone to PSA or PSA had to approach him. And I'm betting you, I bet you PSA approached him
Huh.
and probably did a deal. It's just my speculating because look, if I'm him, he was using the name, making a lot of money off it. He was selling merchandise, right? He was doing the boom
Hmm.
and PSA shit. And then PSA sent him a cease and desist. So he stopped. He changes his name to Graded Card Collector, right? And then all of a sudden he goes back to PSA Collector. I bet you they came to him as an influencer and said, hey, you know what? We could use you again or whatever. But I did see that. I have not heard any stories on that at all. He's not as popular though as he used to be.
I
You know what I'm saying? Like,
think I think it's with him. He kind of left still during the hype because like sports card investors continue to put out stuff, and
yeah.
then I'm not sure how many people are making stuff for him. It may just be like him and I don't know whoever else is in his household or whatever.
Well, it was
So
him and
that
his wife at one point, but that
yeah, I
was a
think so.
business for them. I mean, I mean, back dude, before the boom, they were the number one YouTube um, content creator. He had like
Hmm.
50,000 subscribers. He had the most viewed video. Everybody listened to him when he did the whole kaboom. You got to buy these ones, raid this one, follow me on this one. You know, the one thing I will say is that you could tell in his interviews, he really didn't know cards really well.
True,
You know what I'm saying? Like deep down, he also didn't know some of the people he was on the videos with. You know what I'm saying?
true.
But he was a good guy. I mean, I don't knock him for Durant. Did you see his drunk video where he started making fun of people trying to make money on sports cards?
No, I did not see it. I haven't. I think I like watched part of a video, and that was it. I just noticed that he like posted stuff because I looked on my
Yeah.
YouTube and it was like, oh, there's more videos of him.
Well, I don't blame him, dude. He has like, in fact, I'm shocked with some of these channels that have like, look, Comeback Card Investor, right? He has
Hmm.
20,000 subscribers on his channel. I'm surprised you just walk away from that channel. Why would you not just put up something every 6 months or every 3 months? Just something, whether it's a freaking looping, whatever, man. You got
True.
a plant there, just water it every now and then. It's gonna give you some money. I don't know.
Yeah.
In fact, I
I
thought
guess.
about buying it from him. I thought about sending him a message. Go, can I buy your channel, dude?
um, the other thing was, I guess talking about people kind of coming back. I remember I did see part of a video of like Gary Vee talking about sports cars again. Um, and I guess his take was that he felt like he was like influencing the market too much, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
You're
and
talking about the
then
Jeremy Lee interview, right?
I think so. And
Yeah.
I think he also said that um he was worried about the overall economy because he said that if cards go up by 10%, he thinks that's a real possibility in the next year. Or if it goes down by 30%, he still sees
Yeah.
that as a real possibility.
Well, the thing that I'm bothered by is that no one asks him, and I understand why, because he's not going to ever get on an interview. He only takes friendly conversations, okay?
Yeah.
But someone just simply say, "Look, Gary, I understand you don't care about directly, Gary, gaining from it, but can you comment on the individuals that you got into sports cards who made a lot of money off of it? For example, Steve Aoki. Not only Steve Aoki made a ton of money on sports cards because of Gary Vee. I mean, that was one of the guys that was referenced to being on the $1 million thing. We know that Steve Aoki was not involved in cards before. We know he's a friend of Gary Vee's. And just now, Steve Aoki announced a grading of music. He's going to grade VHS tapes, DHS, grading everything. Give me
Hmm.
1 second, man. And never mind, I'll send this a voicemail. But anyway, he's doing a bunch of, and again, I'm not knocking it, but as Steve Aoki makes money, I assume my mind Gary Vee's making money off that. You don't think he has him a partnership or some equity stake in Aoki's success? And my thoughts are there's probably more than just Steve Aoki who's made millions on sports cards. that Gary Vee has profit off of. So Gary, when you say, "Hey, I don't want to influence the market," but Gary, you are influencing the market. You're having more influence on the market than you're even willing to talk about. Like, just own it. For example, you did the V Friends thing, and since then they've only done Jackass, and they don't even talk about Jackass at Tops. In fact, I think Luber got fired because of Jackass. Because if you think of Tops Fanatics, Zero Cool, right? Do they want to have a family-friendly card company growing 10x with Jackass as one of the labels? Like, what the hell were they thinking? And that's the last release that came out of there, dude. That's what blows my mind. Like, I think they did the Gary Vee deal because Gary Vee had some type of pull to get his Gary Vee cards done first on Zero Cool. And then they're like, what do we do next? They do Jackass, and that's it. Fucking fire Luber. This is me assuming this, guys. This is me assuming this. Fire Luber. He must be crazy. We can't do Jackass and Gary Vee. What's his next pet project? And then since then, Zero Cool has been quiet. But the National last year, they were doing Zero Cool Stranger Things, Zero Cool Dune, which again, we're still waiting for that product. I mean, think about that. That's bizarre to me. And again, that's got Gary Vee's fingerprints all over it, man. You can't tell me it doesn't.
Yeah, I think he's brought a lot of people, into sports cards. Yeah.
Fine. Just own it. Don't, I don't know. I understand his comment. He doesn't want to influence cards, but at the same time, own it. You'll be at the National, I'm sure.
Yeah, he'll probably be at the National. I guess he seems to be frustrated that like less people, because I guess he thought that the Zero Cool thing was going to be even bigger than what it is now. And I guess from what I heard, he's been frustrated that like more sports cards people haven't really like embraced the Zero Cool stuff. Because I believe there's like the NFTs, but then now the Zero Cool stuff is also like actual cards, which is, I don't know, it's kind of strange to me.
Well, then he's also doing the toys, right? He's doing the plushables. I mean, to me, I don't get it, man. I mean, it's just not my thing. I'm not gonna knock it. It's working for him, but
I know what he's trying to do.
It's like a Beanie Baby thing.
So so I know what he's trying to do. So with this whole NFT thing, it's kind of like led people to and there are quite a few other entrepreneurs who are worth close to like tens of millions of dollars, close to the $100,000 range, and quite a few people who are worth hundreds of $1,000s who are trying to build the next Disney. Most of them are in their late 30s to early 50s. And then this is for the reason their goal. I guess, you make a lot of money, get even more famous than what you are. But I think that's his goal. So he's trying to do whatever the Disney model is, making merchandise, cards, collectible type stuff. If he can, probably try to do some kind of film.
I wouldn't surprise if he has a toy line. And I'm not knocking that, right? It'd be a good place because he's doing the V Friend plush toys, but he's got the sports, marketing stuff. And I think he does some management or, agent stuff. So I could see him doing little figurines of toys, right? And then making them collectible. Again, I'm not knocking him. I guess what bothers me is own it and then maybe take a more active role. Here's what I think has been missing in the whole sports card collectible industry is that there's no leaders. Everybody in here just wants some profit as fucking much as they can. No one's like, I want to make money, but I want to make money and make this a better hobby. Let's make changes. Let's make things better. Like the whole conspiracy that was going around with the loaded boxes and the fact that they were holograms and you could see the code on the box and could tell you what the product is. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, if you follow inventory, right? People have to track inventory. They use shit to track it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I don't. And here's my point: that I don't think Panini wants that leaked out. But it doesn't surprise me that a malicious employee or a hacker could not get access to what the codes are and would leak that out to the community. It's worth like if a hacker had that information, they could sell and tell you which NT boxes have logo men in it. That's valuable information. You know what I'm saying? So I wish there was somebody fighting that and saying, hey, we need more transparency on that. We need more reporting of that, more anti-fraud stuff. But I don't know. It's not